About what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams, man.
Fight.
What about the Terence Crawford fight? I'm tired of answering questions about it. He already said millions of times that he not fighting me or looking my way, so I'm just tired of answering them questions, And if a fight happened, it happened. I wanted it to happen, but if not, yeah.
And there's like right now, you got Bozy Ennis in your weight class.
Definitely.
What do you think about him?
Oh, he's very, very talented. He's unproven, but he's very talented.
Yeah.
The eye test tells it all. He's got the it. But we haven't seen him against any elite fighter. We've never seen him tested. So until then, we just gonna keep saying, "Oh, Bozy," until he meet that fighter that's gonna test.
Jaron Bozy Ennis, Ennis, and Terence "Bud" Crawford clashed in a fiery live interview. Bozy boldly said he's ready for 154, but Crawford quickly dismissed it, explaining he's focused only on major, high-stakes fights now.
Consider going back down to 154 and face Jaron Ennis, the guy who prepared Canelo Alvarez for this fight.
Nope. I ain't going down 154.
Bud stirred things up even more, saying Bozy hasn't faced anyone worthy of proving he's on his level. The comment set fans off. This wasn't just talk anymore, it was a clear challenge.
Devin Easy, you could have fought me.
You jumped up out of my sanction body to go fight in the IBF. So what I know? If it don't matter, catch up.
Yo, he picked Evan
Catch
Easy.
up.
Evan Easy was way under.
You just said it don't matter. Catch up. I'm talking about before that.
He not about it. We already know he not about what he's talking about.
I'm not about what? I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
You said I'm not about what?
You don't want to fight.
Man, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Go ahead.
You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams, man.
Fight.
Crawford made it known he's done with tune-ups and waiting around. The tension had fans thinking, if he and Bozy ever square off, it'll be pure fireworks. Then came Bozy's father, Bozy Ennis, stepping in like a no-nonsense dad ready to set things straight.
Man, listen closely. Make that fight. We want that fight. You know what I mean? I said, we wanted him or either Spence. It didn't make no difference. As long as we get the fight, we see where we coming from. Right now, we ain't worrying about Crawford. We're going to clean 147 now, then we're going to move to 154. If he there and he got a belt, we coming after him. Simple as that.
Bozy didn't hold back, saying they never dodged Crawford, joking the only thing he turns down is the thermostat bill. Classic old-school boxing dad energy. He fired back hard, adding that if Crawford truly wanted Bozy, he could have called him directly instead of running through middlemen.
We're going to talk about it and we're going to discuss what we're going to do with Terence and Bozy. That's what, I said, yeah, well, if you want to fight, just let me know. That's just what Steven said, right? And they said, well, we'll call you later on. Never called him back. That's what happened. So they trying to say that we never turned the fight. I talked to Terence last night. We never turned the fight down. We've been wanting to fight Terence.
Bozy threw a playful jab, saying Crawford chose the easier fight instead of facing them, basically skipping the main course for a snack. Fans loved it because it's true. Everyone just wants these two warriors in the ring. And if it ever happens, expect fireworks, not a snooze fest.
You could have fought us, but you gonna fight Avanesia. And then I said, Avanesia, you could have fought us. And then Terence said, well, Bozy could have been number one. All you had to do was call us. We would have took that fight. You ain't have to fight Avanesia. Avanesian, whatever.
Avanesian ranked in the WBO.
Way behind us. You know what I mean? So if you really wanted to fight us, you could have fought us. That's what
After Bozy's bold remarks, Roy Jones Jr. stepped in with his trademark wisdom. And when Roy speaks boxing, you pay attention. He's not just a legend, he's the cheat code of the sport.
What is Bozy versus Terence Crawford? What does that look like?
I don't know yet, cause we haven't seen Bozy in against a guy that has touched him good enough to really test his chin. So that's the only thing we don't know about him yet. We don't know if he can take the real punch yet because we haven't seen it. But as far as the skill goes, he got everything. And that fight could be a very difficult fight because he has everything.
Pointed out that Bozy has the skills but hasn't proven his chin yet. Speed and talent mean nothing until you take a shot from someone like Bud. That's when you find out if you're built from steel or glass.
As talented and has the skill level that Bozy has, anything can happen, but don't get it wrong. Bud has that skill level too, so it's great.
Roy said this matchup isn't just exciting. It's a chess game where one mistake means checkmate. When a legend like him says both men are elite, you know it's real. That's why fans can't stop talking about Crawford versus Boots. It's not just speed or power. It's about whether the young lion can survive the king's test.
Reality is, Jaron Ennis didn't force his team to make this fight and say, listen, Steven, I'm signed to you and Showtime. I'm not signed to the PBC and Al Heyman. You need to do what's best for my career and make this fight happen. And he didn't do that. And the rest is history. Terence Crawford moved.
Has looked unstoppable, but Bud is the final boss. Beating him takes more than talent. It takes timing, patience, and heart. If they ever meet, it'll prove whether Boots is the real deal or if Crawford adds one more jewel to his legacy. Either way, fans win. This is the kind of fight that keeps boxing alive.
I just feel that Jaron Ennis against Terence Crawford is the fight. And that can be at 54, it can be at 60. You know, obviously we've got Lima to take care of first, but that for me is one of the great, crossover fights, because Boots is the changing of the guard guy. And Crawford's the guy that's been there and done it all and just proved, that he's still very much in his...
After Roy praised Boots as the full package with one question mark on his chin, Timothy Bradley jumped in saying, "Hold on, Crawford still has challenges ahead." Bradley kept it real. Greatness isn't given. It's earned by facing top dogs like Benavidez Jr. and even the strategist Bivol.
Back to Benavidez. Damn, if Benavidez come back down to 168, man, that's another crazy matchup for Terence Crawford. Because, again, look, with the skill set of Crawford and everything else he brings, right? These guys have skills too, and they bigger than he is. See, and that's difficult. That's going to be real.
Bradley had a point. Crawford beating Canelo was legendary. But moving up to face giants at 168 is another level of danger. It's not just about winning. It's about outsmarting fighters built like machines. Bradley wasn't downplaying Bud. He was hyping the stakes. When a former champ says Crawford could lose if he risks it all, we're talking real legacy on the line.
So, I mean, look, if Crawford can go down and face that dude, bro, man, whoo, Crawford's legacy, everybody will be tuning in just to see Terence Crawford's greatness, because he's a mega star now. So it don't matter who Terence fight. Everybody gonna be tuning in to see the greatness of Terence.
Bradley even threw a playful jab at Floyd, telling him to relax and enjoy the show. A classy way to say, sit back, champ. At this point, Crawford's in rare territory where win or lose. Fans tune in just to see him tackle challenges others avoid. That's the beauty of boxing. Facing the fights no one wants and finding out if you rise as a legend or fall trying.
That B-Ball fight. Yeah, on this channel, if you stay tuned on this channel, y'all know that B-Ball is a miracle fight. Yeah, he's a miracle fight. Terence Crawford may need a miracle beating that dude right there. Styles make fights. I tell you folks all the time, Styles makes fights. That's what it is. And B-Ball got the style to give Terence Crawford fits. He got the size to give him fits. He got the footwork to give him fits. He got the jab to give him fits.
After Bradley's reality check, Coach Calvin Ford came in swinging, saying Crawford could have stopped Canelo but chose to show mercy. Picture that. The pound-for-pound king going easy just to let Canelo keep his pride. Ford nailed it. Canelo looked lost while Crawford read his every move like an open book.
No, I say it's not crazy because I predicted. I say Canelo was going to get old in the ring that night. No disrespect to Crawford. He did a good... Crawford could have stopped him. He could have. Me being a coach and watching how the fight was going on, he could have stopped him. And I know he's saying it in his mind, but he was being humble of Canelo. He was being humble, and it was a great fight, and it was good talk for the boxing.
Calvin didn't hold back, calling Bud the new torchbearer after Floyd. Then he dropped a crazy idea. Floyd versus Crawford, even as an exhibition. Let's be honest, we'd all tune in for that. Calvin made it clear. Crawford didn't just win, he ascended to final boss status. The real flex, dominating so completely that you choose to teach instead of destroy.
Generation from Floyd's generation to this generation didn't get to see it come. That's just like we never get to see Michael Jordan play, right? But we remember when he used to play. Come on. So...
We're seeing all these crazy exhibitions. Maybe we see Floyd and Terence in an exhibition. That'd be something crazy as well.
Just to have two great guys that completed a lot of things in their life of boxing and come together and just give the fans something to talk about.
That's the story. From Boots calling out Bud, to Bozy firing back, to Roy, Bradley, and Calvin Ford all weighing in. Every voice turned up the heat, leaving one question hanging. Is Crawford truly untouchable, or is Boots the one to crack the code? That's what keeps boxing alive. Pride, legacy, and the next torch-passing moment. Drop your thoughts below, Bud or Boots. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.